In 2003, Maloney and Oakley. Oakley goes up, Maloney gets it down towards O'Connor. He picks it up and handballs it away to Stein, the loose man. Goes towards centre half forward. Nick Maharis off a long lead. Comes back towards the middle. Handball came out from a Coley to John Mitchell. Point in the centre square at half forward. Goes towards Luke Forbes against Dylan. Forbes worked his way to the front again after losing out to Dylan, and then Clinton Shaw comes across. Sees it out of bounds for a throw in 55 metres around from the Thomson goal.
Yeah, I just think that was the wrong option for John Mitchell. Yep. I think he should have got into a hot spot in the middle there.
So a boundary throw in, short throw in again. Nick Maharis gets it down to the front. Brent Hood's there, Acoli as well. Acoli rides the bump, then gets wrapped up.
He's gone. He had time to handball that.
So did umpire Andrew agreed there with Bannockburn coach Laurie de Goldie, and it will be a free kick to the Tigers. The Country Tigers. Corey Flanagan goes towards half back. Lewis and Woods punched away by Mitchell, goes to Clark, left it for Van Ingen, then he left it. Highland through the middle, handball back towards Mitchell, can handball it to O'Connor. Through half forward, great play, Damien Clark loses the footy. Now Lewis, left foot kick over the head of Hinchcliffe to run onto it, and Baxter at half forward. Who's it going to bounce for? It's going to bounce for Baxter. He does well, and he keeps his feet, and he just steadies up, takes a bounce, and then he drills the ball towards centre wing, and Oakley got a hand to it, off hands though. Lewis to run onto it, he's recovered all right, don't worry about that. He wants to make a point, gets the kick away towards centre half forward, vacant too. Dwayne Broom to run onto it, Stein back there as well, falls for Riley. Thomson with the ball, turn around, go towards Gardner. Lewis against him, Broom as well, he backed himself over the back. Stone, Flanagan, there's the loose man. Stone can't pick it up, on hands and knees, now punched away towards Nick Maharis, tried to handball it backwards, got a push in the back, play on the call. Over the top of it with Flanagan, tried to get it away. The umpire will come in and ball it up point of the centre square at half forward on the outer side.
It's got dark now, hasn't it, fellas?
Oh, I can't even see you, Welshie, you're behind me.
The umpire's picked a free kick out of the middle of that. It's gone to Nick Maharis. He was on the bottom. So now on the centre square. Oh, terrible kick. Fell in the arms of Dean Oakley. So Dean Oakley on the 50-metre arc. I think he might have been heading goalwards, except that there was 3 or 4 Bannockburn players in front of him. And Dean Oakley, not without a chance here, although this ball certainly going to get very, very slippery. Yeah. So Oakley, the man on the mark, is 46 metres from goal. He's got the wind behind him, the rain behind him, and we'll see what he can do. Very good skills for a big man. About to move in as the rain now decides to tumble down. Oh, it's upsetting the Dean Oakley, I feel, because taking a lot. Gee, it's got very, very dark. Oakley now, huge kick, beautiful kick. It's going to be just a fraction short.
Ooh.
The heck it.
No.
A behind.
Oh no.
5-9-39 Thomson. They trail Bannockburn 8-5-53. Lexus of Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes gone.
Oh. Lucky we got the gate money, I'll tell you. Now the wind and the rain, oh, it's terrible. Look at the conditions out there. The rain is just unbelievable. And the ball is across the other side of the ground, out of bounds. And, well, I can't even call it from the television because I can't see the television. And I think the camera's gone over on top, so... well, now it's hailing, it's rain, the boundary throw in on the outer side. Oakley has got it down, and he can't see it. It's on centre wing. I don't know who's got it. I think O'Connor has. He gets it away. Fun and games. Woods is over the top of it. Christian Shaw's there as well, and Tim Gardner, and you probably can't even hear me because the rain is absolutely belting down.
That's what we call a squall, I think. There's 10,000 people trying to get into that grandstand up there. Someone will get killed.
So the ruck contest, Maloney, ball comes towards Oakley. At the back of the pack, goes towards O'Connor. And out of bounds, he and Alistair Woods see it over the boundary line. The rain has curbed a little bit since the first bit.
I need windscreen wipes for my glasses.
But it'll be a boundary throw in on the outer side. Oakley uses his body, falls to the front. Gardner to run through, handball to nobody in particular. Broom gets across there, and also coming through Nick Maharis, Nathan Lewis. They see it over the boundary line, and it will be a boundary throw in. The half-time score could win, I think, for Bannockburn the way we're going.
Very close.
So boundary throw in on the outer side, half forward flank.
Where's Nashi?
Thomson. I don't know, he's gone, I think. He's the cameraman if you're listening. He's upstairs. Bad luck, he drew the short straw today. Ball still at half forward, off hands and out of bounds. Still 60 metres around from the Thomson goal. And
how an umpire bench boost at the other end of the ground on his own.
Hasn't moved. He's standing there trying to shield himself from the weather.
I'll tell you what, we've got the best seat in the house here. I think the wind's coming in behind us, and
yeah, we've done well, haven't we?
Out here, so if anyone in the cars or outside want to buy me a ticket, they can have it for 500.
From the ruck contest, still outside 50 for Thomson. Now the ball goes inside, looking for Anderton, falls into the arms of Luke Forbes, gets around, left foot kick towards the goal.
Oh.
Touch. And through for one behind. I've got him down 1-5 this afternoon, Luke Forbes. They go to 5-10-40. And they trail Bannockburn 8-5-53. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 6 minutes played. There you go, Eric.
So Nathan Lewis kicks to himself once again, runs on, kicks it long. The wind's got hold of it, taking it toward the boundary.
Oh, look at
In
that.
fact, took it well over the boundary line, so the wind very, very strong out there. The rain very strong. And John Mitchell with the football. Kicked it inboard, looking for a teammate there at half forward. Ball at 50 metres, pushed forward, picked up by Lewis once again, kicked toward the boundary. There's a whistle on play, the ball out of bounds. Half forward flank for Thomson. Very, very lucky to get a score in the second half, I think, the way things are looking now.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
It is pouring down at the moment. This is almost as good as Warrigallic a couple of years ago in Italy. Identical position. Picked up there by Roberts. Hooks it around the body to half forward. Picked up by Dwayne Broome. He's kicked it toward the boundary, out of bounds.
I thought about kicking the footy this side of the ground.
I wouldn't think so. You get dragged.
I think there might be a lot of play in that little corner of the ground for the next 35, 40 minutes, and it is very difficult to call from over there as people not prepared to get out the car to get the footy even.
Why would ya?
So now it's Roberts with the football between half forward flank and centre wing. Called the play on, kicks it inboard. Ball over the head of players, comes to Gibbs, goes for the boundary line. He's found it.
Deliberate.
Saw umpire Nolan heading that way. I thought, gee, surely he wouldn't. As the rain eases ever so slightly, the ball now about 35, 40 metres from the behind post for the Thomson Footy Club, kicking it to the southern end in this third quarter. Okoli takes the footy.
A ball!
Umpire pinged him for dropping it. As Nathan Lewis goes back. I don't think it's his kick, but he's got it.
Tough taskmaster.
So Nathan Lewis now kicks it long to centre wing for Bannockburn. Mullane Grant took the mark. Gee, great mark from behind. And maybe that's the benefit of the long sleeves. Kicks it long, Mullane Grant, to half forward. In front there, Nolan comes to ground. Woods kicks it low into the breeze. Oh, on his own there, didn't realise was Hinchcliffe. Following up there is Woods, off hands. It is over the boundary line. It's the big fellas will be taken off now. Well, she's no place for the big man. So Troy Maharis replaces Brett Anderton. As the ball, half forward flank out of side for Bannockburn. Andrews for Bannockburn, taps it to the back. Picked up there by Highland to Gardner. To the middle of the ground, long kick coming in hard. Nick Maharis hooks it around the body. They're coming towards our side of the ground.
Oh, we can see them. There's footballers.
So picked up there by Lewis for Bannockburn. Picks it long in the way there. Stein for Thomson. Kick to kick, half back to half back. Stein now to centre half forward. Oh, Van Ingen up high, can't take the mark. Comes to Flanagan off the front of the pack. And diving for the mark there, Christian Shaw in the middle of the ground. So Christian Shaw for Bannockburn at the 9-minute mark of this third quarter. Kicks long, inside 50. At the back, Aitchison. Ball comes to ground. Good work there by Riley. Can't pick it up, however. It's very slippery now as the ball toward the boundary line, adjacent to the scoreboard, which at this shows Bannockburn 8-5, leading Thomson 5-10. 9 minutes, third quarter.
So a boundary throw in. Oakley coming down to do the ruck work against Shane Andrews. Half forward flank for Bannockburn. Goes towards Clark. Now through the middle, O'Connor gives it away to Aitchison. Aitchison goes now towards the centre of the ground. Broome leads in the race of the footy. Can't pick it up at the first occasion, so he kicks it off the ground to a vacant half forward flank. Brother Dwayne to run onto it. He's got 20 metres. If he can pick it up and get it over the top to Mullane Grant. Oh, Roberts did well to meet him, but Mullane Grant, he's there as well. Tried to pick it up one-handed. Probably not today, Tom. Now close to the boundary line. Broome there again, wrapped up by Roberts, not going anywhere. And the umpire said throw it in. In between wing and half forward on the outer side, we'll have a boundary throw in. So 1 point scored in the third term so far. Two points. Gee, Thomson have done well in the rain. From the contest, Tim Gardner gives it away quickly to Hood. Back end of the centre square, goes towards the middle. Nick Maharis off hands, no mark. Stein, quick kick in front where you have to be. Troy Maharis takes the mark. He's got Shane Stone running by himself. If you can see him, he's there in an hour and a half. There he is. Can he deliver the ball? Yes, he can. Shane Stone takes the mark in front of Gibbs. Too far out to score, you would think, possibly. So he drills the ball towards the corridor. Nick Maharis kept his eyes on it. Can't take the mark, though. Coming through Flanagan. Lost the footy. Now Forbes. Kick off the ground. Matty Dillon goes towards Troy Maharis and also Aaron Broom. Great play, Aaron Broom. Got it away to Gibbs by hand. Now he goes with the kick outside defensive 50. Tumbling punt. Maloney second in line against Oakley. He picks the footy up and goes towards the outer side centre wing position, but that has hit the Commodore on the roof. If it's a Commodore, I can't see it, but I'm just guessing. And it's out of bounds for a free kick. And it's going to go to Thomson on the outer side. And it will be Brad Roberts with the football. He chips the ball short to Christian Highland. Not a good kick for Christian Highland to try and pick up. Now Damien Clark on hands and knees. He'll have shades of worry Yellick. Aitchison gives it away to Highland. Now he goes to Dan O'Connor. Takes the mark on his chest. Plays on quickly. Gives it to Mitchell. Now Mitchell kick around the corner. Chopped off by Woods. His opposite number. Now Lewis. He'll just thump it long. He tries to towards centre half forward. Aitchison stands his ground and takes the mark at half back for Thomson. So now Andrew Aitchison. Always going to drop short. So who's in front? Lewis can't take it with him. Now Gibbs pushing the backs of the umpire. And Nathan Lewis will take the free kick in the middle of the ground for Bannockburn. So Nathan Lewis, lead on by Andrews, also by Nayland. Goes as long as he can, off hands, it's called play on. Now in the middle there was Flanagan, lost the footy, kick off the ground by Dwayne Broom, soccer style towards Hinchcliffe. Now over the top of it, Baxter needs some help. Hinchcliffe did well, broke free. Now left foot kick to a vacant half forward flank. Foot race on, Hinchcliffe, Forbes, and also Nailon getting across there. Forbes first, he overruns it. Baxter's there. Stein, the extra man in defence, he holds his ground, needs to pick it up now though, held on to, the umpire said. And we'll have a free kick at half back for Thomson. Jason Stein with it.
We're still here, Welshie, with
nothing much to comment on really, is there?
Forbes gets the handball, then gets the kick towards centre wing. Oakley from behind defensively through the middle. Nick Maharis left it. Flanagan got it away to Christian Shaw. Off a step. Back to whence it came at half back. Baxter in front. Tried to take the chest mark. Couldn't do so. Now he needs some support because he's got three Bannockburn players around him. Mitchell comes in to support. And it will be a ball up. Half forward flank for Bannockburn. They lead 8-5-53. Thomson 5-10-40. We've been playing 13 minutes in the third term.
So umpire bench with the football. Front of the social club here at St Albans. Puts the ball in the air. Maloney gets a tap down as far as Highland for Thomson. He's tackled immediately. Ball comes to ground. Umpire whistle on play. And it's a free kick. Looks like Josh Coley. No.
Chris Baxter.
Chris Baxter has the free for Thomson. Tackle too high. Kicks the ball long as he can to centre wing. The drop of the footy there was O'Connor. Handball to Gardner. He's tackled. Ball comes clear. Lewis off the ground. Doesn't get very far. Van Ingen attacks the football. He can't pick it up either. Gee, it's pretty scrappy in there now. It comes out wide. Foot race. Flanagan decides to take the safe way. Kicks it along the ground towards Nayland out there. Players unable to pick the foot out. Nayland throws it forward. Kicked off the ground for Thomson. Nice little handball from O'Connor. Forbes put down without the footy. No, said the umpire. Kick off the ground. It's almost soccer out there at the moment. There's the ball between centre and half forward for Bannockburn. Working very, very hard trying to get the ball forward. Players, well, surely the umpire will put a whistle on play now as he gave them every opportunity. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to come out. 14 and a half minutes gone third quarter. I think the weather is certainly going to be the winner here as the umpire now to put the ball in the air. Centre half forward for Bannockburn. Up high was Maloney.
Too high.
Umpire puts the whistle on play.
Clark, I think.
Whoever it is on the bottom of the pack's got the free kick. Well done. Clark it is. So, tell you what.
He's been worth his salt today.
He has been. Done well, Damien Clark. So, Clark now in the centre square, looking for options. I think the wind's changed around a bit now, sounding across the ground rather than up and down as Clark kicks it long to half forward. Oh, Malane Grant almost a chest mark. not paid. Ball comes to ground. Hinchcliffe again. Good pace, great pick up in the wet. Handball back into the corridor. Aitchison read it well. Doesn't get the footy, however. Picked up by Van Ingen, dropped by Van Ingen. Aitchison over the top of the footy. Umpire decides he will put a whistle on play. And at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter, umpire bench. Half-forward flank for Bannockburn on this occasion. We'll put the ball in the air once again. So there's Timmy Gardner, I think, being sent from the ground with a blood rule. I just noticed umpire bench has given the indication there. So that little bit of a knock in the second quarter has been very advantageous for Bannockburn, hasn't it?
Sure.
This Timmy Gardner hardly a stat, Laurie.
Yeah, he's only had 2 kicks and 4 handballs for the day.
So
that's most unlike Timmy Gardner.
So now Joshua Coley back on the ground as umpire bench puts the ball in the air. Maloney gets a tap down. Lewis kicks it off the ground, then chases again himself. Christian Hyland went without the footy. Thomson players now trying desperately to get the footy. Aitchison now just bats it along the ground toward the boundary and ultimately over the boundary line. So ball out of bounds. Half forward flank for Bannockburn. Christian Shaw gives the ball back to the boundary umpire as it will now come back into play. In front, Oakley gets a tap for Thomson. All Bannockburn players, it seems, there as the ball comes forward. Clark again just shovels the ball forward for Bannockburn. They're just whatever means they can. Bannockburn, they're trying to push the ball forward as the umpire puts a whistle on play once again. And we'll have a repeat performance. Still half forward flank for the Bannockburn side, kicking to the northern end in this third quarter. Maloney, tap forward, picked up by Roberts, tries to get a foot to the ball. Malone Grant can't handle it. Ball shoveled along the ground. Now it stacks on the mill once again. And umpire bench will move in and put the ball in the air once again. The ball probably for 3 or 4 minutes hasn't gone much more than the ball goes up. Ball tapped down by Maloney. Ball comes forward. Oh, great mark. Dale Menzies for Thomson has taken a mark between wing and halfback flank. Menzies now kicks as long as he can towards centre wing. Mark not taken there by Clinton Shaw. Players trying desperately hard as the umpire puts a whistle on play. And too high the tackle. Christian Shaw. So Shaw for Bannockburn. Kicks the ball into the corridor. Clark can't take the mark for Bannockburn. Coming in is Flanagan on the left foot. Hooks it forward. Good looking kick. Oh, in front. Great mark in the wet. And that's Chris Baxter for Thomson. Chips it wide, looking for, finding Christian Hyland. So the ball slowly coming forward for Thomson as decides to kick long towards centre wing. In front, Nick Maharis. Ball comes to ground. Picked up by Van Ingen for Bannockburn. Towards Lewis. He can, well, finally gets it in his hands. Turns one step to full forward. The ball's in the full forward area. Tom Malone Grant only had to pick it up. Oh, can't get round. And the ball finally will be ushered through for a rush behind to Bannockburn. Their first score for the quarter, they go to 8-6-54. They lead Thomson 5-10-40. Lexus win in third quarter. Scoreboard, 19 minutes gone.
Well, she's only a tug of war now, isn't it? It's just getting the ball forward at all means, and the game's virtually dwindling away, and I think Bannockburn's first half is going to win it for her.
So Armstrong from fullback goes to the outside defensive 50 looking for Oakley. Foot race with him and Maloney. Maloney gets there first. Oakley on hands and knees. Also there Dwayne Broome. The umpire comes in and says holding the ball. So Oakley from centre wing goes towards the middle of the ground. Oh, great mark, Corey Flanagan. That's a great mark overhead in the centre square position. And he'll try and drive it back forward for Bannockburn. He does so now. Goes towards half forward. Malone Grant got a couple against him. Pushed to the front by Oakley. Clark comes in on Stone. He drops the footy.
The ball.
Yeah, umpire says holding the ball. He's consistent. And drop the footy. Shane Stone gets up, can't believe it. But the free kick's gone to Damien Clark on centre wing on the outer side for Bannockburn. They lead 8-6-54, Thomson 5-10-40. Now Damien Clark goes to the right foot kick, out wide looking for Alistair Woods, but it's over his head and out of bounds on the full. You should have taken stats on that, Laurie, I think. Out of bounds on the full in the third term. So a free kick to Thomson at half back. And it will be Marcus Forbes tries the big torpedo punt towards centre wing, off hands at the back of the pack. Bannockburn players there. Can they pick it up though? Yes, they can now. Through Flanagan, gets a kick around the corner towards Van Ingen. Perkins there also. Coming through the middle, Lewis kicked off the ground. Now a kick off the ground also by Roberts. Baxter comes through over the top of it. Still at centre half forward for Bannockburn. Oh, get it out, please. Holding the ball. He was going to pay that.
Lewis, is it?
Paid 3 in a row, Nathan Lewis.
He's grabbed the footy. I don't know what was his kick, but he's got it.
So Nathan Lewis will take the free kick at 50 metres out. Directly in front, comes in now towards the goal square. Off hands at the back, Aitchison's there. Safety of the boundary line if he can get it away. Perkins is there also. McNailan got it away to Perkins. Quick snap out of the pack. Goes back. Roberts is there. He might want to see it through for a rush behind. He does so now. And they got a 8-7-55. 8-8.
8-7, sorry.
Yeah, 8-7-55. Bannockburn. And Thomson 5-10-40. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard. 21 and a half minutes played, third term.
2 rush points, I think, this quarter for
both sides.
Both sides.
So now Sabali Armstrong about to kick in once again for Thomson. Needs to come down the middle. Decides to do that good kick in the conditions. Beautiful kick. Oh, up high, Maloney. Brilliant.
Shepherd off the ball.
No wonder he took the mark. No one contested it with him. And the reason was that Dean Oakley was shepherded according to the umpire. So Oakley now for Thomson comes to the western side, to the middle of the ground. Over the pack, it comes to ground. Tim Gardner back on the ground. Riley grabbed without the footy. Play on to the umpire. Ball comes out. Players O'Connor couldn't pick it up. Highland looking for a handball. Can't get clear. Goes through the middle of the pack. Broom, Aaron picks it up, drops it. Now there's stacks on the hill. Umpire Noel not prepared to pay that one. No chance whatsoever for the player on the bottom of the pack, who happens to be Damien Clark. And hasn't he been there most of this afternoon? Now conditions suit him beautifully. As the ball goes in the middle, up in the air once again. Tapped down by Oakley. Players, well, Timmy Gardner's on the bottom of that, I can tell by the headgear. But he's not able to get the footy out, unfortunately. So umpire Nolan will take the footy again. Right in the middle of the St Albans reserve. 23 minutes gone in this third quarter. Dean Oakley taps it forward. Further tapped there by Timmy Gardner. Christian Shaw drops the footy. No free kicks at the umpire on the blind side. Ball under a stack of players. Really, it's just like a rugby scrum. That's the best way I can describe it at the moment.
There wouldn't be much time on either, would there, this quarter?
I wouldn't have thought so, Laurie, because hasn't been a goal kicked. So the ball now in the air, just inside the 50. Oh, great tap there by Maloney, picked up by Mitchell. Turns quickly, kicks to half forward, mark not taken. Flanagan, nice little handball out to Gibbs. Gibbs across the ground into open territory. Now we've got a foot race. Nathan Lewis goes pretty hard after the footy. Gets a good shepherd there, has plenty of time, picks up the ball, just chips it over the top, looking for Alistair Woods. Woods now on centre wing, touches the ball to ground, touches it a second time. Now kicks long to half forward. O'Connor in the way there for Thomson, but Clark there takes the footy off him, tries to kick it towards the forward area. Baxter, kick off the ground, ball thrown forward there by Woods. In the half forward area, Woods again, picks it up for Bannockburn. Strong tackling by Thomson. And very, very hard for them to get the ball until Carr picks it up, goes long to the forward pocket, and the boundary umpire said off hands. It is over the boundary line for a throw in. So 20 metres from the behind post, 24 minutes gone in this third quarter as Jason Stein comes from the ground. Ball comes down, kick off the ground for Thomson. Get it out of the danger area, but only as far as Van Ingen. Timmy Gardner crashed his way through, handball there, but it's gone astray. It's not weather for handball, picked up by Mitchell. Back toward the middle. Christian Shaw drops the mark, butters up, handballs it clear, but players fall on top of the footy. And, umpire Nolan, he's found one to whoever's... Christian Highland has got the free kick there, an infringement in the pack. And at centre half back for Thomson, Christian Highland. Desperately looking for somebody to make some moves, but I think they're too wet. Oh, Gibbs. Well, I don't know that it was any different to Forbes in the first quarter, was it? So Gibbs, he's quite okay. He's been given the free kick on centre wing for Bannockburn. David Gibbs looking for options, decides to go wide. Gee, I don't know where that kick went to. Picked up there by Clinton Shaw. He does kick long to centre half forward. In good position, Ercole can't take the mark. Player sliding and slipping. The handball comes out to Van Ingen. He goes with pace. He's had a pot shot for goal, but unfortunately offline. Darren Ryan can't control it. And off the hands of himself and Savali Armstrong, the ball is over the boundary line. 5 metres from the behind post, deep in the forward line. 26 minutes gone, third quarter. Bannockburn deep in attack. It's the boundary umpire about to put the ball in. As Laurie said, no goals for the quarter, shouldn't be too much time on. Ercole doing the ruck work, tries to tap it backwards. Ball comes to ground. Forbes throws it out by hand. Clark, he's pushed out of the way by Stone. Comes to Mullane Grant, looking for an option with the hand. Can't get it clear. Highland kicks the ball back to the middle. Gibbs, good position, can't take the mark. Coming through strongly there was Riley. Picked up by Flanagan. Kicks it wide. Mark taken there by Baxter. He's kicked it over the top looking for Mitchell, but the boundary line's going to win as the ball runs there. Over and out. So on centre wing, true centre wing, western side. The ball about to be thrown in for the resumption of play. 26 and a half minutes gone. Third quarter, 5-10 Thomson. Trail Bannockburn, 8-7.
Boundary throw in, Oakley and Andrews. Oakley gets it down. Now Woods, kick from the front of the pack towards half forward. Clark to run there. O'Coley stood his ground.
Mark.
To a good mark. Oh, well, she's still there.
Yeah,
There's not much going on, is there? O'Coley, you need a goal.
Yeah.
Very quickly. O'Coley.
Can't get it.
Can't get it because there's the siren for three-quarter time. And at three-quarter time, it's Bannockburn 8, 7:55. They lead Thomson 5, 10:40. In that third term, Thomson managed 2 behinds and Bannockburn managed 2 behinds. High-scoring third quarter. And it's the status quo at three-quarter time. 15 points of difference. Goal kickers for Bannockburn. 4 to Darren Ryan, 3 to Tom Mullane Grant, 1 to Ben Nayland. While for Thomson, singles to Savali Armstrong, Shane Stone, Luke Forbes, Brett Anderton, Brent Hood. If you're in your car, if you're in the grandstand, if you're at home, don't move. It's raining heavily at three-quarter time in the grand final for 2003. Stay where you are. We'll be back with the final quarter of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.